Oh no. Oh, ow! Ow! That's gotta hurt. Backyard bruises, bike rides gone bad, and easy ways to ruin your vacation. Today we are back at it, breaking down and reacting to all of the crazy medical mishaps and waterslide injuries from backyard entertainment gone terribly wrong. Fair warning though, do not attempt any of the following fails. Alright, let's dive right in. Oh no, go! Someone's coming fast. Oh man! Ouch! Two different injuries that I'm really worried about here. The person sliding down head first into that individual can cause significant traumatic brain injury, can cause compression fracture of the neck, or a hyperextension injury to the neck. So you're flipping back, you can actually cause a couple different types of injuries. You can cause a vertebral body chip fracture. You can cause an injury to the neck where it stretches out so much that it injures the spinal cord and it's something called squara. Then the individual that was trying to get out of the way gets hit in the lower back, the buttocks area, which then causes an extension injury, can cause significant fracture to the lumbar spine, could actually cause like sciatica or a radiculopathy, which is basically where nerve impingement in the lower back then causes pain and uncomfortability to the lower legs. Oh, it's like a slip and slide. Oh man. I mean, that looked kind of fun. A couple of things about the ramp. Doesn't really look as well structured, using some pallets and probably a piece of plywood. Just make sure it's smooth enough that you're not going to get any splinters, and make sure that there's no nails in the plywood that can actually cause significant injuries. Now, it was kind of like a tuck and roll type of land, which is good, but you got to be careful reaching out with your arms trying to brace yourself. You can cause fracture, you can cause dislocation, obviously head injury, but the biggest thing you worry about there is a clavicular fracture, shoulder fracture, or shoulder dislocation. That's too much of a ramp at home. Oh! What were they thinking where he was going to land? I look at this and I'm like, oh my gosh, that looks so much fun, but so dangerous. Flying through the air, you are 6-7 feet up in the air, landing on your right hip, right lower back. Could dislocate the hip, can fracture the hip, could just cause bad hematoma, contusion, big bruising to that area. Obviously, the person got up, walked around, and seemed okay, so we know that the leg is intact, but adrenaline is also flying, so give it a couple hours. There's definitely going to be some pain. This is why slides have water at the end of them. It's to slow your landing, cushion your landing. Oh no. Oh, ow! Ow! That's gotta hurt. It could be like a type of fiberglass, hard plastic, but you can increase the risk of lacerating, injuries. We do get people that come to the emergency department with different types of plastics and objects that have been stuck in their body. Most of the time, people try to pull them out before coming, but sometimes people get very nervous and will bring the object in, pull it out, bring what was punctured into their tissue, or leave it in. I always say leave it in for now, unless it's very superficial, then you can take it out simply. But if it's deep and causing a lot of pain, let a doctor take it out. That way, if there's a significant amount of injury or trauma underneath, they can deal with it right then and there. Oh! So obviously flying out of a water slide is horrible and bad, and you can cause significant injury when you fall down. But why did that person fall out so easily? They designed these that this doesn't happen, that you would actually stay within the structure. So I'm not sure if it was poorly made. He's got his arms across his chest, but as he flies out, his arms actually go flailing. And so when your arms are kind of open and flailing like that, when you land, you increase the risk of fractures or dislocations anywhere on your arm, elbows, wrists, forearms, or dislocated or fracture of the shoulder where the head of the humerus is. So a lot of different injuries, and we see them really often in the emergency department. Now, what do? If we suspect that there's a fracture dislocation, obviously give some pain medication, get an x-ray, and then if it's dislocated, we'll put it back in joint. Sometimes we can do this without sedation, but most of the time we do use sedation just to make somebody not have to live through that experience of us putting it back in place. Oh! Why is there a gate at the end? I guess they're not supposed to be on this, most likely. Pelvic injuries. This hits your pelvic bone, male or female. Females causes fracture dislocation of the pelvis itself, a significant amount of bruising to the perineum, which is the area between the genitals and the anus, and that can cause significant bruising and pain to all the muscles down there. And then obviously head injury as well, smacking the side. Now with male anatomy, you're concerned about testicular injuries and penile injuries with a significant amount of bruising, hematomas. Same perineal ear issues. You can also cause a rupture of the testicle itself, as well as induce possible torsion.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Man, that is definitely a fail. Okay, so the injuries that potentially happen are fractures to the lumbar or thoracic spine due to hyperextension to that area. The lumbar spine is supposed to extend pretty well. That's why we have the lordosis, but the kyphosis within the thoracic area doesn't necessarily want you to bend in such a fashion. So you got to be pretty careful to that area. Obviously, we're supposed to have some flexibility, but it's pretty extended. The neck doing the same thing, super stretched out. One, you can pull some muscles in your neck. You can cause a strain to the spinal cord itself, and then to the vertebral bodies of the neck, causing injuries. All not good. And then going into a body of water, which increases your risk of drowning if there's any type of injury up into that area. So you get paralyzed quickly from this injury that you can't use your arm. So luckily there are people around that could hopefully jump in the water to help.
Yeah, there you go.
Ouch. We see a lot of injuries where people get hit sideways. Usually it's actually a car accident, but there was a lot of momentum going forward. You can get injured by the small bicycle itself. The biggest things we worry about with the bike injury, besides like superficial injuries, is if the bike handles go into your epigastric area, so the area where your stomach is, it can cause bruising and injury to your duodenum, which is the first part of your small intestine, which can cause significant pain and issues. So if you're having pain in that area and you've been hit, you got to get checked out. And then always make sure you're doing this with people around you in case you do injure yourself, get knocked unconscious, and you're in water. This way you don't drown. Small little pond, lake, you just worry about how deep the water is. And so if you hit a rock underneath, you can hit your head on it. Oh, intensity. Oh, I don't think she meant to do that. Overstretched it, probably ruptured the hamstring. What do I mean by that? The hamstring and the back. So there's three major muscles to the back of the leg that help pull it back, right? Overextending any muscle, stretching it further than it could go, can cause it to rip and rupture. Typically what you end up finding is a significant amount of bruising to that area. That's if the muscle is ruptured. You can rupture the tendon off. You'll have some bleeding, but not as much, meaning bruising under the tissue. Also ripped right through it. So it must have been just these plastic sheets versus really thick water slide. So, oh my gosh. So these were quite funny. I hope nobody got seriously injured in all of these fails. Hopefully this shows that sometimes having fun can lead to injuries. If you guys enjoyed these fails, please let me know in the comments. Let me know which type of fails you want me to take a look at. I've done gym fails. We're doing water slide fails. If there's others, let me know in the comments. And as always, make sure you subscribe, turn your bell notifications on, and hit that like button. Thank you so much for watching, and stay healthy, my friends.